beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So I figured I can do a little like study with me type of video. I don't know. I always feel like when you study in a group, isn't the whole point to like talk? Like, I mean, you talk about you study, right? You talk about the material, and then you complain a little bit about the material, you check in about your life, go get coffee. That's usually what happened when I was in study groups in college. I didn't drink coffee in undergrad, so I just, went to the bathroom a lot. That was the story. Let's see here. Here's my tea. I got it. But anyway, so we'll do a little study with me. I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm doing because I feel weird just not talking. I mean, right? That's what I used to do in study groups. We talked about what we were working on. If we weren't usually, I'll be honest, usually I wasn't working on the same project as everybody else. I often had questions about the project, and that's why I was there. So, we did in undergrad, we did study groups. We definitely did it for music history. Sometimes we did it for medical and psychiatric practices. We ran the session with each other sometimes. And I don't remember if we did a study group for biology. I mean, I cared about biology. I don't know if anyone else did. Clearly I cared about biology because look where I'm at. But, yeah. So, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I have music playing. It's just classical music. I really like listening to orchestra or orchestral arrangements written for piano. Those are the two types of music I like to listen to when I study. And the reason being, well, first of all, they have no words. And the reason being is because it just brings me back to the days when I was a freshman, a music major, in band, in orchestra. Orchestra in college was literally the best experience on the face of the earth. I got to play with a legit professional orchestra. It was so great. It was so amazing. I loved it so much, and that's why I listened to orchestral arrangements or orchestral arrangements written for piano. Sometimes I do get distracted, if there's an aria on that I know, I'll start singing along, or a song I know, but I don't get as distracted as if I listen to pop music or anything with lyrics. I tried electronic dance music, but I was never really into that music to begin with. I found that classical is the best non-lyric music for me to study too. But hey, whatever works for you. If lyrics works for you, then that's great. Okay, so what I'm working on, because this is what we tended to do when we worked in groups, we talked about what we were working on. So what I'm working on here, it's nothing that you need to know as a music therapist, but it wouldn't be a bad idea. One of the reasons why I'm taking a finance course, and one of the reasons why I went into finance as a graduate student is because I figured that it would make me very marketable, especially since money is everything. As a music therapist, I worked at several what are they called? Nonprofits. That's what they're called. I worked at several nonprofits and got paid crap because that's what happens when you work at nonprofits. They don't really pay their employees. And I learned why. Well, first of all, yes, it's a nonprofit. But second of all, how do they value how to go about paying their employees? Is they do these analysis, and there's 3 different types of analysis. I think that the best one is the break-even analysis, where you set the end point to 0 and then you run the numbers through the calculations. Obviously, you set this up in Excel and you run it through. But I swear that my last job at a nonprofit, I think that's what they did. I think they did the break-even analysis. There's 3 different types, but I think they did that one where it was okay, how much do we pay everybody to make this balance, the end balance equals 0. I think that's how they calculated it, because like there was no negotiation, and you know me, I negotiate everything, so there was no negotiation. Like I had to well, I ended up not spending, but like I had to do so many certification programs and take a bunch of classes, which I didn't mind, but that was like the only way to get a raise, you know what I'm saying? And it was fine, but it's hard to do that when you're trying to get a master's, you know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, that's why I didn't stay there for that long. I'm just gonna plug my laptop in. So anyway, as a music therapist though, it wouldn't be a bad idea to take some finance and accounting courses, because and business administration, because hey, like you could move up and become a CFO, or you could become part of the executive board if you really like your facility. I don't think it would have been a bad idea if I like wanted to move up and become part of the administration staff at my most recent past job. It was just the reason why I didn't want to go for it was because I just didn't like that town. I didn't want to live in that area. I wanted to live closer to a city. So that was like kind of the main reason why. I didn't want to go for it at that facility, but I mean, there's so many facilities out there, and if that's something that you want to do, I mean, go for finance, go for accounting, go for an MBA. California Southern has a great MBA program where you can have a concentration in healthcare administration. I mean, it takes a little, like an MBA program typically takes like 1 to 2 years. If you did that track, I think it takes like 2.5 potentially. I think it's a little longer, but again, I mean, technically you could probably do it in 1.5 if I think, like, you know, if you did it full time. I don't really know. It's longer than the finance one. That's what I know. Finance, for me, that was another reason why I chose finance, because that concentration it's only 3 classes. For me, it was finance was 3, accounting was 5, and then healthcare administration was 9. And then you have the 44 MBA credits. So that's just something to keep into consideration. But if you're really into it, an MBA with a concentration in healthcare administration looks a lot better than just a master's in healthcare administration. Just FYI. Okay. So what I'm doing right now, and this like isn't really, I'm taking international finance. So yet again, probably not important for music therapy per se, but as a CFO of a company, definitely important. The hospitals that are around me, they do a lot of international trading, and mostly because of research. So that's why this is really important for me in particular. Anyway, so what I'm doing is, because that's what we do in study groups, we talk about what we're studying. What I'm doing is I am taking the balance sheet, the income sheet, and I'm writing down what I need. And this is something that I didn't know. I thought that, like, I don't know, reading the balance sheet. Oh, that's my timer over here. I thought that reading the balance sheet, you know, I didn't think it was that hard. Like, you just, like, get the information you need, right? Wrong. So balance sheets and income statements, they're really written for tax purposes. And when it comes to taxes and accountants, they tend to like to sugarcoat things. And, like, they're not doing anything illegal, but, like, think about it. Like, so when you get your pay stub, like, you're supposed to keep that, and you're supposed to keep the W-2, and then you send it to your accountant for taxes. And, like, if you think about it, like, your 2019 taxes aren't going to be filed until April 2020. So, like, that there is already a discrepancy right there. And then also, you have to remember that, like, you know, the money that you get in the bank isn't actually what you're getting paid, because the company takes some money out for taxes. They could take more out depending on what you want, and all this stuff. And then, like, what ends up happening too, as a music therapist, you know, if you're a freelancer and you teach private lessons, let's say, and then you make $3,000 a year teaching private lessons, and you spent $2,000 over the year on like rent a car, gas, oil change, car maintenance, like that $2,000 out of the $3,000 is tax deductible, so you don't take out taxes on that income, whereas the $1,000 you're gonna like take out that recommended tax percentage. So that being said, in that example, like, you made a decent amount of money, right? You made more than if you worked for a corporation and made $3,000. So, like, that's what I mean by they sugarcoat things. So it's like, it looks like you made more than you actually did. And if we take a deep look into income statements and balance sheets of companies, like, it's like in the millions. Like, these people, like, it looks like they made $5 billion, you know, in like one quarter, which is like 3 months. But then in reality, they didn't. Like, so anyway, so that's where finance comes in. So we don't sugarcoat things, as you can see. So I'm just like literally taking the money from the accounting statement and then writing it down in order, in this case, to value the company. So this is what I'm looking at right now, is GAAP in 2003. I was a little baby in 2003. I definitely shopped at Gap, though. I love Gap. Okay, so then what I'm doing here is I'm taking the income. Yeah, I'm just taking what they have here and I'm just like writing it out. So I guess I'll be quiet now because we're gonna study. And I have my timer set here for 20 minutes. It's like kind of awkward, just like having the camera here and like not talking to you guys. But hey, we gotta get our work done, right? I'll turn up the music because, like, yeah, I have different color pens. I keep them down here. The lease debt might increase. I don't really like string music. That's another reason why I don't really study with music, because I get distracted. Yeah, it was string music. What the heck? Yeah, I don't pay for YouTube. I'm almost done, so it's okay that I have like this on here. that Tchaikovsky's like the best guy ever. That's better. Oh. Now I'm like actually into what I'm doing. So, yes, I've been meaning to say I have my pens here, and so I'm so brain dead. I have my pens here, but like when I'm on the go, I have a set that I like take with me. I mean, they're all like mismatched. I'll show you. Like these aren't all of them. I have every color, but they're not all the same. like these lovely red pens. I'll lower this so I don't have to yell over it. Like these lovely red pens, I'll use them whenever I do my work problems. I use these to correct myself because like I was a teacher. Like I did teach music lessons. I am a teacher. Once a teacher, always a teacher. I got a whole pack of these for like 30 cents. That's another reason why I got them. And then these two, like this one I found, and then this one I also found. This is a good brand though. Like I would buy these. Papermate. I found those two. You probably saw I do have the Planet Fitness one. This is a lighter purple than this, so I can use both. These came from my dad's work. Yeah, standard typical work pens. These used to be, actually I'll save the best for last. These are from the dollar store. I have a bunch of them because that came in a pack, but like I got them a while ago, so like I don't have that many left. It's all colored ink too, in case you were curious. And then these, best for last. I don't even know if Bic makes these anymore. Velocity. The first time I used these pens, I was in physics. And I was like, these are perfect for my physics class because they say velocity on them. But they are also pretty good too. So it's like a mismatched bundle up in here. And same with my highlighters. Like some of them are skinny highlighter. Obviously these came in a set. But they didn't all come together. I don't know. And then the pens that I have, what's this? The pens I have are from colleges. This is from Northeastern's Health and Science College. They have, it has like the little tip. And then this one's from Brandeis, from their graduate school of science, and it also has a tip. So, and those are like the black pens that I use, and you probably also saw me use the Marriott Residence pen. But yeah, it's just like a mismatched like set. I mean, like I don't have a lot of money. I gotta take what I can get, and it looks fine. I mean, on the paper, like look at what I did. Like it looks beautiful. I was kind of like nodding my head because like the accounting balance sheet literally shows that it shows that the debt to equity of the company is 26%, about like 27%, which like really isn't that bad. Like your debt, but like your debt's like only around like 27%. But in reality, their debt is like 87%, and then the return on the capital is also less. Like it's 9. It's actually 9, but on the balance sheet it's showing up 13%. So that's why I don't know if you guys saw me shaking my head, but that's why I was like shaking my head. Like anyway, so I have to move on to the work problems. Yeah. I mean, this video, it's like almost 40 minutes. It's going to be a pain to upload. I had to stop myself. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll probably do one with less distractions. It's just like weird not talking during study group. Like, anyway, I don't know, it's weird. So I'm gonna go get myself something to drink, you know, because now I do drink coffee. I'm just gonna go down to the kitchen because I'm up here in my little chamber, my study chamber. So it's got a sunroof. It's nice and sunny out. Well, it's kind of cloudy, but anyway, maybe I'll go for a walk. Anyway, have a great day, everyone. Bye.